name's Aisha, and today I'm going to be talking about my failed merch, which is basically this set called The Sweet Girls of Ari and Sydney. I've made a lot of Sweet Girls content this year, particularly with my dress up game and my paper dolls. And if you've seen that video before, thanks for checking it out. It's very nice of you. Um, but basically, I've made things under this name before, and it's basically just a celebration of just cute girls that look cute. This set was basically going to be like character stands, illustrations, stickers, and like some postcards to celebrate Halloween and Christmas with these two cute girls, Ari and Sydney. And I really thought that that was such a cool idea and something I really wanted to do because I was inspired by this Cardcaptor Sakura bag that I got. And I kind of, it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. And it's kind of frustrating, kind of disappointing, but also encouraging because sometimes you do have to fail to understand where you went wrong or what you could do better, basically. And I kind of just want to talk about my experience with this failed launch and what I want to do to make it better and what I'm going to improve on as I work on it continually. So I do hope that you enjoy this, and thank you for watching. All right, see you soon.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is basically cutting out this one, this character stand. This is the prototype for, these are just prototypes. They're basically samples that I bought for FedEx. Originally, I was going to buy a printer. I couldn't do that because I have to save for something important. So I decided that I would just have to, just basically go to FedEx. Mind you, this cost me $27 to print out this is a whole paper. This, these giant bookmarks that I didn't measure correctly, which is a whole other thing I have to figure out. And I already cut out the two illustrations, so these look really good. I really like these. These are cute. But that was $27 worth. Honestly, I do feel like if I was going to do this again, I would make these way bigger. My goal was to be more like this. I had bought these at a store, like at a mall, not in my city. But I bought these. It was like a part of a set, and it was so cute. I love Cardcaptor Sakura. I don't read the manga because it scares me, but I loved the show as a kid. So I bought something like this, and I was like, oh, this would be so cool to try. So I decided to make one my own, and there's definitely differences. The paper quality here is much better. I'm pretty sure it's like cardstock. So when you can see it's very flexible and it's very thick compared to mine. It's very thin. Mine isn't. It's flexible, but not really. Like I bent the leg a little bit, and now it's like kind of bent forward a little bit. Like you see, it's curving. But I tried my best. This is all for like trying to make this set, and I don't really know if I can make this set. I'm trying my best, but I just feel like it might not work out. It just might not be in the cards this year, and that's okay. I feel like I started too late, and I should have probably started in like September, like preparing a lot of stuff. Even now, I wanted to drop it on Friday, but I'm not confident I can. And if I can't, I'll just like delete the post, because I only made one post on my Instagram about it. And if I can't hit that deadline, I can't hit that deadline. Like, I just can't. I might try again for the Christmas one because my original goal was to sell these as a set. And donate half of the money to a food bank or some like business that deals with food insecurity. That was basically my goal because I feel like it's something that I had to worry about a lot as a kid and something I had to worry about a lot as an adult when I was in college. I don't have to worry about it now, which is really, you know, a huge relief. It feels like a privilege, but it's really not, and it shouldn't be treated as one. Like, everybody should be able to eat the way they want to. Everybody should have food. So I kind of want to help in that regard. I kind of want to make part of my business like fundraising opportunities to donate to stuff that I care about mostly. Like, I care about food insecurity. I care about kids, even though I don't want to be around children. I care about their well-being. I was thinking about other little projects I can make, and I think I'm gonna keep making stuff whether they sell or not. This is kind of fun. Like, these are little projects I can be proud of regardless of what anyone else says. Also, I can like put this in my portfolio. I don't know what I would do with that though. I don't know what somebody would like. They would look at that and be like, like, what is this? And I'd be like, yeah, I make stuff. I can make paper things. I'm smart. I'm bending it a little bit. And it's really hard not to because I need to get a good grip on what I'm doing. Honestly, I'm doing this all before work. So, I'm probably gonna have to stop soon anyways. I just don't know what time it is. I've been pretty like excited to work on this for like a couple of days now, and it took a lot of like the $27 I paid for this. It was a lot. Also, I don't like how the paper just tears, but it just won't like, oops, like it'll just tear off. Ooh, can you see that? I don't know why it's so blurry. I'm trying to get it to like focus. Yeah, for some reason it can't focus. Okay, because it just turned off the video by accident. But it doesn't really like tear in the same way this tears. Like, I don't know what the paper quality is for this. I might have to go talk to someone and be like, is this like cardstock? I don't know paper quality. Like, I don't know paper like that. Like, I don't know paper types. I can't even really, it was hard enough just coming up with like how thick the paper was supposed to be. Mind you, all this paper is like the same type of thickness. Like, this is the same type of thickness as this. Wait a minute. No, it's not. I lied. This should be this. This is supposed to be a postcard. I've never had a postcard that like wiggles like this before. It's not thick enough. I might have to like glue something to the back of it because it's not thick enough. Which is really weird. Because I basically asked them to print it out like a postcard. And I went to FedEx for all this stuff. So if you're like me, where you can't afford to get like a $300 printer yet, and you want to print out stuff, It may not be the best quality, but you can print out stuff at FedEx. I printed out a lot of prints at FedEx, and I've liked the majority of them. This is the one I'm like, I don't know if I really like this. And I didn't get a chance to really look at them before I paid for it, which is really bad, and it's never happened before. Like, do not do that. This was just a situation where I went out yesterday. It's Hurricane Ian. It was raining, and I had to come in later than I said I was going to come in. And the lady basically just handed it, like, she didn't give it to me first. She just told me to pay for it. I didn't get to see it until I basically had already paid for it. And I was just like, okay. Usually they give it to you first, and then you pay for it if you like it. I feel so bad for the lady who was supposed to help me in the first place, because I said I was coming at 1. I didn't come at 1. I came later because something happened at 1 and I couldn't go at that time, so I had to come at 4. But I try. Oh, do I try? Also, I don't know why they were trying to give me a surcharge. Now FedEx does this thing where, like, you can't print it out the same day. You have to wait the next day, or they charge you more. It's just a bullshit charge because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I need to do that? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would I need to do that? Why would I need to have a surcharge like that? Just because I want to pick up the thing in the same day? That's stupid. Of course I want to pick it up the same day. I told you what I wanted. Why would I not be able to get the same day? It's not even like this is a busy one. Like, I don't think people are printing as much as I am. But even still, I just feel like it's just a scummy way to get more money out of me for printing. Because a lot of artists go to FedEx to print. All you're trying to do is tell me I should just get my own printer so I don't have to go back to y'all. And that's my goal for this Christmas. I'm going to buy myself a printer because I'm just tired. I'm just tired of not having a printer. I don't like having to leave my house to go all the way to FedEx every time I want something. And yes, a printer can be very expensive, but in the long run, I'd rather just get the printer. And hopefully I can get like a circuit. I don't know what the thing that quick cut. I don't know what the thing is called. I've been calling it circuit for like forever. That's what I'm gonna call it. But it cuts paper for you. So I could just print this thing out here and just see how big it is instead of doing it with my own freaking hands. I did it. It took forever. This is all I could really do this morning. I still have time. This just literally took forever. I was trying to do it all last night, but it didn't really work out. So this is like the stand. It's kind of small. I think I need to make it like way bigger. I don't know why I tried to make it the same size as the actual character. It doesn't need to be the same size as the actual character. You can't do it backwards or rip the paper. So I always have to adjust it again. It's just hard to remember. wow, the games we're playing right now. I might just cut this with my own hands. It just might be easier. The next thing I'll try to cut is the bookmarks out. Those bookmarks are so massive. It's like a joke bookmarks. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. They definitely need to be a lot smaller. Also, I just might redesign them all together because they have a lot of issues. Okay, so what I do in terms to make it bend and fold like this without cutting it like I just did with that slight sliver is that I slightly cut into it. The problem with that is I need to actually write that down and like put it in writing on the paper, because I don't think people, like when I first had to deal with that, I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't read the paper that that came with the soccer Cardcaptor Sakura stuff because it was in Japanese and I don't read Japanese. I don't know how to read Japanese. So I didn't know what I was doing. And the second thing is to make sure that it's in the right place so I can actually stand properly. This is the right place. This is it. So I'm going to glue the back here. Alright, so these are the two characters. As you can see, I kind of fucked up here where like there's no eye pupils or whatever. I don't know how that happened, and I was staring at it for the longest. Like I had to reprint these. I was even tempted to like color it in with marker, but I don't think I have markers anymore, so whatever. But lesson learned, these are just samples, but this is basically what it would look like. I'm actually very proud of these, even if I don't really push them out this year because Halloween is coming up and this is really basically the Halloween set. It's okay because at the end of the day I still have these for myself, and I made these are mine. I did this and I'm happy for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm trying to have as much fun with my art as possible, and it's like the only reason I'm doing that is because I used to make art based off of what I thought other people did or what other people wanted, and like I had to constrain myself a lot. Like I made a whole art book, even though there was stuff I wanted to make, I still thought about how I can market it better by making it less like for me and more for others. And I want to start making more stuff for me. So you might see me doing a lot of projects at random times. Like nothing's gonna be like too consistent right now, because originally I was supposed to be working on a comic, and I had to stop because it was getting to a point where it was like kind of a lot. But I want to try to pace myself a little bit better. Instead of making like a full comic, I'm gonna make maybe more like a zine, and maybe more of these type of like sets or like oops maybe I'll make more set types where I just make stuff that's just interesting and fun for me to do. Like I made a dress-up game this year, and I also like made a paper doll this year, and I think I want to make a bigger paper doll this year too. So there's not much time left in this year. There's not much left going on in this year, but I still have a lot of ideas in my head, and I'm not gonna base it off of like years or whatever, or how much time I have left just in 2022. I think I just want to just do whatever I want, and I'm trying to do that without being like anxious about it. So those are my goals for this year. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.